relatively easily if they do run a tri-lane. So Bulba, what items has he gone for? He's gone for the Iron Talon. So I actually wouldn't be surprised to see Bulba start in the jungle here, just because it is a bit of a risky lane to go into.
Yeah, it's definitely risky. He might want to pick up a level or two, but he does use his ion shells very well just to go through and get a shared farm. So it really depends where he wants to prioritize, levels or gold.
Yeah, I feel like if he was against a melee core, he might prioritize being in the lane a little more. But Weaver, a hero who doesn't find those ion shell spams quite as annoying as some other cores.
All right, mid lane. We're already going to have a little bit of damage exchange here as Invoker going up against a Turtle Envy. You know, Invoker should be having some decent luck.
First blood.
Good man, I am out of it. So it was going to be RTZ once again picking up first blood for Secret, and that's going to be a little bit of a tough time going back on through. Just a little bit of gold there, but it does mean that the Lion has less XP, less time to work with, and it's a strong start for this Lion who does need those early kills.
And this is HC running a dual aggressive lane. Actually, now a full tri-lane as they bring another hero down, which is very scary. Secret have a lot of control down here. That kill was set up by Pilot Eye with the cask, setting up Puppey with the stomp, setting up RTZ with the stun. And that's chain stun for days. Any of these heroes could be vulnerable to that.
All right, now sitting here, you've got the Disruptor who wants to find something and is almost level 2, so at least there's some decent levels coming up onto Hunting Club, because Disruptor is so level dependent, you really got to get him as much as possible. But again, in a tri-lane, he's going to kind of get stretched a little thin. Now mid lane, we've got a Turtle Envy pushing in pretty aggressively onto Invoker's turf, and Invoker can't do a whole lot about it in terms of last hits. I mean, he's matching up pretty evenly with EE.
It should be an okay lane for both heroes. Dragon Knight, not one of those heroes that can guaranteed crush a lane, usually. We'll have to see what he can do here, but right now he is finding a lot. As far as the bot lane goes, Juhis on this Disruptor, this is not really a hero you want to run an aggressive tri-lane, and he may actually be caught out.
Yeah, he's going to be taking a stomp right to the face. It does connect. They're bringing in the Spirit just to do a little bit more, and now Pilot Eye coming back on, and he's only level 1, so doesn't have the Maledict. There's going to be a glimpse back. They get Puppey away. So Disruptor gets out safely. It costs him his full kit, and now he's got to back off and regen and start new.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just going to keep happening. There is so much control in this lane. If the Sven was there, he would have been dead for sure. But RTZ just farming up. He doesn't want heroes, he wants creeps. That's his entire mission in life.
I mean, for now, at least, we're going to see him get a little bit more ambitious as he picks up the starting items of whatever he's going for. But, you know, with that early Sage's Mask, what are we looking for here?
Sorry, on Sven?
Yeah.
I imagine the Echo Saber will be eventually the build. For now, he just wants it for the extra regen in lane, get as many Storm Hammers out as you can, but eventually it will be built into that Echo Saber, probably after his boots.
Alright, so once again, EE having fun here. Has gone for the more typical build, getting those 2 points in Dragon Blood, but splitting up points evenly in the Dragon Tail and Breathe Fire. Sometimes we see the Dragon Tail skipped over for more points in the Breathe Fire, but you really got to get that lockdown here, especially against a lineup that is so hard to get a hold of.
It's also a way of deterring potential ganks. If someone rotates in on him, he can get that stun off and probably get away safely. Also, potential kill if his supports row into lane. So if Puppey wants to come over under a smoke, then they've got that extra setup for him.
They've got that kinetic field, but it looks like Eternal Envy is not scared whatsoever. They had the glimpse as well, but that's only bringing the problem closer to you, as Dragon Knight, even at only level 4, is already a formidable fighter.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just Eternal Envy showing why MMR matters. Sitting at 18-4 versus the 8-6 of the Invoker. And Invoker, typically, this is a decent lane matchup for him, but Eternal Envy just too good, guys.
Yeah, he is a powerhouse here, and we got RTZ sitting at the top of the farm board, like you mentioned before, not even concerning himself with going in for rotations or ganks. All he wants is creeps, and, well, he's picking up a bunch of them here. Already 25 last hits in at under 4 minutes in the game.
And so you can already see Hunters Club, they have no idea what they want to do. They run the aggressive tri-lane for all of like 2 minutes, and then they decide, hey, this isn't a good idea. Juhis, still only level 2, wandering around the map, really doesn't seem to have a purpose. Ketek on the line in a similar position. Slaughter's gone back to jungling, so Sven's going to have a free lane, which leaves Puppey and Pilot Eye free to rotate mid, and they've got a smoke on Puppey. They're going to try and get a gank going on. Yeah,
looks good. They are going to smoke behind tower, was not scouted out, and they're going to go through. If they get a kill on this Invoker, it's going to be a very nice lane for EE. Breathe Fire doesn't clip the Invoker, but at least secures him a little bit of farm, and well, now Invoker backs up to the high ground. This could be a little bit of a tricky play here. They go through Observer Ward, smoke pops, they're going to go through. There's a cask blocking them in place. The Maledict as well. There's so much damage. Invoker just left to his own devices and is going to get slapped down. His Forge Spirit too next on the menu. Might be able to flop that away, but either way, it's going to be a very successful gank for Team Secret.
Easy, Kefka. I mean, anywhere that Puppey and Pilot Eye roam, they've got set up, right? You've got Eternal Envy with the stun, Sven with the stun. there's so much control on this Secret lineup that if they find someone alone, it's almost a guaranteed kill every single time. And now they're actually going to stick around and pressure the tower.
There's going to be a Disruptor sitting there, but he is so far from having his ultimate. And they pop the Dragon form for this. Again, just going in, that poison damage, doing some good work at level 1. And oh man, there's a really aggressively postured up Puppey. He's even scouted out here. Volda walks on through, but Puppey is just all in for this. Gonna be throwing out the Spirit, ready with the Stomp at any point. Is gonna go through the Stomp, will connect on the Invoker. They do get Paladai hexed up, but it looks like Disruptor may be the casualty here. One more hit will secure his death. They're looking for more Earth Spike, connecting on the 2, but they're still bringing in more damage. There's gonna be an Ice Wall, stalling up the fight for now. They're bringing in the Slardar, and now they bring in the Weaver with a lot of damage here. He's going through. There is gonna be a Crush connecting onto Eternal Envy. He's getting kind of low here. Puppey actually falling below half health, and now Slardar walking back. One more tick of poison damage will get down and secure a double kill for Eternal Envy. So it wasn't as bloody as it could have been, but Hunting Club still falling behind in all these engages.
And they do have to bring 4 heroes there. Meanwhile, Secret still farming with RTZ, still farming with Bulba, so they win the fight, and they still are getting more economy out of the map as they are getting more out of the other lanes while that's all going on.
Yeah, I mean, late game spend is absolutely nothing to laugh at here. And what did Hunting Club have to really outscale that? I mean, they got the Weaver, who it looks like will be picking up the Desolator at some point. Maybe stopping to go for the Lincoln Sphere before that, but definitely not keeping pace in terms of, you know, keeping up with RTZ. The Weaver is going to be about 2,200 net worth, and RTZ almost 3,200.
Yeah, and that's, I mean...
oh, EE! He scouts out a nice juicy meal of the Disruptor here, deciding when to go in. He's only got 1 point in that Dragon Tail. They do rotate in Puppey, and that's going to be the lockdown they need, although Lion joins the party. He's only level 2, so certainly no Finger of Death on point. There will be the Dragon Tail to lock everyone in place. The Stomp comes through, and it looks like Disruptor, one more hit, does secure his second death of the game, and that's going to be Eternal Envy, now 3-0-1 at 7 minutes in. Yeah,
I mean, it was a nice Invis rune, finds the gank, and now the high ground will be warded by Ketic, but I'm not sure that's going to save you, especially if E gets some Invis, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him build a Shadow Blade this game. Blink Dagger, the other potential initiation item, but they're going to want to roam around and get ganks with the support duo they've got. It's just so effective, so eventually he'll build into that, but it looks like the tower is going to be the target for now. And, I mean, you just look at HC's heroes, they're sitting around behind the tower. Looks like they want to go in, but they are outnumbered here, and they are out-leveled.
Oh, looks like Invoker steps out of position, will reveal himself here. There's going to be a Maledict, there's going to be a Stomp, there's going to be so much raw damage sprayed at him. There's going to be a Hex here onto Eternal Envy, so he is going to be brought back, glimpsed away. Maybe Invoker gets out here, but how much does it cost him? The Lion going to be the next target on the menu. One more hit should secure the kill. That's going to be a dominating streak out for Dragon Knight, and the tower will soon follow. It's just getting bloodier and bloodier. Hunting Club have not found a single kill. Admittedly, they're not giving away a whole lot of free picks. I mean, only 6 with such an aggressive Secret lineup isn't too bad, but Hunting Club need to find stuff in return, and they're slowly getting choked out.
Hey, and Hunting Club should feel proud. They're doing miles better than the last team Secret faced. So, I mean, it's 6-0, but it's 8 minutes in. This is Secret kind of dropping the ball a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Secret, pick it up. Yeah, I mean, they're going in. They've still got that Dragon form from mid-tower, and that's going to be Eternal Envy now with a second tower in 30 seconds. And oh, he's feeling nice and fat here. Going to be saving up a lot of money, so is going to be going, could pick himself up that Blink Dagger. Could go for a Shadow Blade like you talked about. But RTZ, well, he's got a whole lot of money here. Picks up the Helm of the Dominator and probably will go back for that Echo Saber like you talked about.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it's just a matter of when does Secret actually group up and go deeper. I think for now, RTZ's just like, guys, I'm having so much fun hitting creeps. Just let me keep doing this for another 20 minutes, please. We'll see if that's what they want to go for.
I mean,
because he is going to out-farm everyone else on the map.
Yeah, Secret are certainly not on a timer. It just comes down to how much time do they want to spend in each of their open qualifier games. Because if they make it all the way to the top, they got to get through 8 rounds of best of 1s and then 2 best of 3s. So, again, a lot of matches and a lot of potential to drop the ball.
Yeah, it's a long day, so you don't necessarily want to spend too much time on any one match. Even if you are winning it, it does take time, take mental energy, and they're going to go for pick on Invoker. It should be relatively easy. Cast,
yeah,
there it
they're
is.
sending out the cast. They're bringing the Spirit as well. There's the Maledict. He's Infist up, so do they have the AoE damage to get him down? Do they know what direction he's in? Oh, no one has Dust, so it looks like he is going to get away for now. I mean, he's slow as hell, but at least he's crawling back to base alive.
And this is why Secret banned the Ricky and the Bounty Hunter last game.
They just don't want to buy Dust. Now
Dust is
Invoker's
too
taunting.
expensive,
He's
guys.
juggling his little orbs.
Guys, I just dodged a Secret gank.
All right, so it's going to be the rest of Hunting Club rotating in. Maybe they look to reinitiate on this, but again, Disruptor still level 4. You got to have that control. You got to have that silence of the Static Storm.
Yeah, Disruptor not a hero you want to play from behind on. He's for catching people out, not for running away. And third tower of the game going down for basically free. 10 minutes in, the gold lead getting a little silly. Already about 10K.
It's
Still,
not as bad as it was.
as last game.
Yeah, no, last game was, I believe, 15K at about 11 minutes. So at least this team are putting up a hell of a fight. And, well, our boy Jackie Mao is going to clear up his third tower, like you mentioned, and now sitting with that bottle in his stash, he's got the completed armlet. He's not super, super rich as far as his team goes. I mean, RTZ is still surpassing him, but he's definitely getting a lot out of the map.
I miss a Dragon Knight. There's no way he's ever going to farm as fast as a Sven, but he has been involved in 5 of the 6 kills. So, Eternal Envy, last hitting heroes, not creeps, and he's doing just fine for himself. With that early armlet online, he hits so hard. And now it's just a matter of deciding for Secret when they want to go for tier 2s.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, the last hope of Hunting Club is going to be their Weaver and their Invoker. Those are the 2 heroes that have the potential to carry into the late game. Obviously, ultra late Sven dominates all, but you know, you've got the Weaver now picking up that full Aquila. He's got his treads, still the Blightstone, and almost 1,000 gold to work with, so he's not completely tapped out of this. He hasn't died at all. Weaver kind of sitting back away from the fights, but so has RTZ. I mean, RTZ has a very similar KDA, but has picked up just a couple more big, chunky items.
Yeah, just a couple. I feel like a lot of this is going to come down to the blink timing on the Slardar. For the Dire to actually make a move and get aggressive, they really need that blink, and he's getting close, only about 700 gold off, so once he's got that, maybe they can make some kind of smoke play, but, well, it's Secret on the move, trying to make a gank happen with the stomp. Not going to connect.
Barely zoning out the Lion.
He is...
Oh, okay, there's a glimpse back, so at least they're not going to give anything away here. And now there is going to be the Sven going in God's Strength, popped by RTZ, so that's going to expire. He really wanted to make something happen as he cleared out this Ancients and was trying to use the last remaining bit of that ultra damage. Now, on the back lines, deep gank here. EE, no breaks on the Dragonite train, just going to be chasing down Disruptor. A couple more hits would have done it, but he's got his eyes on bigger prizes there. The Stormhammer does connect onto the Invoker. They're looking for more. There will be a crush connecting onto 2. There's going to be a Sunstrike coming out. Won't be zoning anyone, so it looks like in the end, Invoker will get out alive, but has to give away a lot. They drop their Lion, and they drop all control they once had over the mid lane. So this glimpse back, maybe they'll look for something on RTZ, but no, EE just backing off, saving his buddy. There's going to be Weaver ticking down to Maledict damage in the end. Finally, a Zoning Kinetic Field should stop this, but man, EE just doesn't know when to quit. There will be a Stormhammer. They'll look to turn this on to the Slardar. They will get the kill, and that's going to be an unstoppable streak out for the DK. 6-0-1. Hunting Club have yet to find a pickoff.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the way it stays. RTZ, he was told off last game by his team after feeding those 3 kills. They're like, come on, guys, get yourself together.
You know, those 3 kills, like 6-28 final score. But yeah, either way, he's picked himself up that Echo Saber like we saw. He's now got 2K more gold. Does he just look for like super YOLO items like straight Daedalus, or does he stop for those little stepping stones? I
think he itemizes fairly standardly here. I mean, there's no point risking throwing it away, and standard builds are standard for a reason. They give you a lot of good value. So I wouldn't be surprised to see either a BKB or a Blink from RTZ next. We'll have to see what he values. If he wants the Blink, he's got the money already, so looks like it'll be a bigger ticket item.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting back. Let's go full Divine Rapiers here at 13 minutes in. Why not?
Maybe that might be a little overkill. Maybe.
It's RTZ. Does he know the meaning of overkill?
Yeah, he does, obviously. Look how safe he's playing.
Yeah, I mean, he is actually playing quite safe here. There is going to be a big smoke gank coming up as Slardar has yet to find his Blink Dagger, still saving up a big chunk of money. Not quite sure this is when you want to push, but you got to go for something. The scan will reveal something. They know it's going to be in, and now RTZ, able to back away from the small camp, has to leave that Kobold to his own devices, and now he's going to be trapped between a rock and a hard place, going through with the Stormhammer onto the Slardar. They're looking for something here. The Force Spirit's cast out. They get the Hex. They bring in the DK, though. Everyone from Secret Sword sitting on in. He's going to get stuck here. RTZ, there's no follow-up damage. He just has to deal with the bugs. He turns the God Strike. He's going to be going, getting cleaves all over the map. He will end up dropping, but takes 2 with him. Now the Death Ward here from Pylai Die doing so much work. Eternal Envy going to be getting out, scraping by, a little bit low health on that, but Weaver, the lone survivor on the side of Hunting Club, TPing back to base up there in the top lane. Just make sure he tells his creeps what he saw, because Secret, I mean, they dropped the Sven, which obviously is not ideal, but that was a very big give. They dropped the Invoker, which is pretty much your only source of damage at this point.
There is the Blink Dagger on the Slardar, though, so the being involved in the EE kill gets, or the RTZ kill gets him some damage. But RTZ with the feeds once again. Man, this guy.
Okay, that was not even a feed. He got ganked by like 12 heroes.
I know. I'm just giving the guy a hard time. Yeah. He is your net worth leader, so he is going to be the target every single time. He's an incredibly valuable kill, sitting at 8.6k net worth. And Eternal Envy now goes for the tower. The rest of his team fighting in the mid lane, so making space for him. And now it's Hunter Club huddling inside their base, scared for their lives.
I mean,
maybe they make another smoke play soon.
If this team had levels, they actually have a decent high ground defense, but Disruptor at 15 minutes in is still level 5, and that Static Storm is so crucial. Now it looks like the tower going to be going for a deny, will not end up working out that way as EE gets low but secures another tower. I believe he's gotten every single tower this game, which,
He has.
yeah, that's a lot of gold.
Yeah. And he's got almost 3K. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight Heart this game. He's going to be on the high ground, tanking the tower. So if he's got a Heart, the Dire team has no damage to go through that.
Yeah, he is one big tanky dragon here. Now he did go for that Shadow Blade, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
So he's going to have even more gank potential coming out. And now just sitting on the armlet for damage, it's going to be more than enough. You wouldn't expect it to be enough at this point in the game to go through and get wipes, but certainly it has been doing the job.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier levels. That's the really big problem here is that both the supports on Secret already higher level than this mid invoker for Hunter Club. They're going to look for a pick here.
Yeah, a nice smoke rotation if they can get the catch, but there will be a TP out. RTZ just a little bit too keen on what they're doing, and yeah, looking at those hero levels, there is a big difference. You mentioned no ultis on either of their supports. That is so crucial right now. You've got to have that Finger of Death just for the raw burst damage. Now, mid lane, there's a gank. Goodbye, Slardar. Your blink is not going to help you out here.
Yeah. Shadow Blade, just such a fun pick on Dragon Knight when you're ahead. Enables the pick up so easily. And now this should be high ground. With Eternal Envy on the front, he's already got that level 2 dragon form, and RTZ with the God Strength. Glyph will be forced, but I don't think this tower is long for the world.
Yeah, certainly not. The Glyph going to be coming out. It's kind of a Hail Mary play here, and, well, there's going to be a zip in Invoker. Force staffs himself through, and there's going to be a kill on the Disruptor. Like, EE barely even trying for that one. Takes a full Earth Spike right to the face. There will be a cold snap here. He's going to get surged away. The mana drain comes through, so EE not sitting at full health, not sitting at full resources, but nonetheless, still fighting, and there is going to be a very nice Dragon Tail on in. They've got the stun combo to follow up. Pilot Eye dropping the ward for style points, killing off that Slytherin, and that's going to be perhaps it as EE now ticks over to Godlike. 9-0-5 here at 17 minutes in the game. The racks will end up falling at least in the mid lane, if not more, and in terms of overall gold, it's now going to turn close to 20,000 net worth in favor of Secret at 17 minutes in.
Yeah, but it's only 15 kills. I mean, we're talking less than a kill a minute for Secret. This is them really dropping the ball here.
Okay, and now back wall goes through. Disruptor will be ticking down. Witch Doctor gets the credit for that one, and it's beyond godlike now to the Dragon Knight, and they're just going to back up. They don't have to give away too much.
Yeah, that'll be the end of it. Buyback forced out. They will rotate, potentially for Roche, potentially for bot lane, as there is still a tier 2 standing on the top, so not going to get a Rax off of that right away. And it will be, it looks like a straight Assault Cuirass for RTZ after the blink.
That's really good. That's going to give him that high ground pushing power, because usually at 18 minutes you got to focus on those mid-game items, but it's already coming down to the point where Secret feels safe sieging base, going 1v5, and he's still got that God Strength to work with, and that's going to be phenomenal. I mean, you combo that with a DK in the dragon form with the armlet, and there's no way that Hunting Club can put enough damage to go through and rip them both apart.
Oh man, it would be so awesome if RTZ went for Aghanim Scepter this game. Give God Strength to your Dragon Knight. Oh, come on, RTZ, do it. You know you want to.
I mean, I think they've got to play a little bit safe. Again, we are playing for the International 6, so you're not going to try to shake it up too much. Again, because if Hunting Club can manage to capitalize on little mistakes that Secret make, it's going to get pretty ugly. But there's the God Strength busted out for the bug. Goodbye, Weaver. No time lapse to save you there, and that's going to be most likely a secondary tier 3 push.
Yeah, this will be a buyback on the Weaver. That completely nullifies his item progression, and Eternal Envy just going in, manning up on 3.
Yeah, back kinetic field, not going to be enough. It's going to be just the Invoker left to tell his tale. He's going to go through. He's going to take a negative earn, force staffing himself behind his tier 4s, but that doesn't stop Eternal Envy. Once again, this dragon just approaching some dire territory here and does not care whatsoever about tier 4s. He's got the armlet. He's got his team by his side, and the Buddha Restoration taking him back up very near full health now with help of the urn. So Pilot Eye doing a support job, and that's going to be another set of racks going the way of Secret. I imagine this game does not go too much longer.
I love this build on E, by the way. The double initiation items, the Shadow Blade and the Blink. Just wants to be able to get on top of heroes. Doesn't really care about building damage or tank at all. Just give me those kills. Let me pad my stats. He's now sitting on 11-0 and 9.
Oh,
So.
EE with the Shadow Blade goes through, catches out the Slardar. There's going to be the Maledict to follow up. I mean, they don't even need all the damage they have. It's like they're just pouring out buckets of spells and whatever takes. And, well, there's going to be the Dragon Form ending, so EE loses a bit of the push power, but shouldn't be too much of a deal breaker. Now, RTZ, he's going to go through. He's Warcry up near the stairs. He's just zoning back. There will be the Earth Splitter to follow up. Oh, nice back wall connecting onto a bunch. The Earth Splitter to follow up, and that's going to be Bulba going through. He's silenced. He still has the ball to drop, and okay. Triple kill for the Dragon Knight. He's feeling completely fine, full health, full mana, and gonna be going through one more hit. Would have taken care of the bug, but unfortunately, just a little bit too slow. So while the tier 4 is ticked down to creeps, Secret are having fun fountain camping, and that's gonna be another kill onto the Weaver. He's stunned up. He can't get out of this one. He tries to slither away, but it will not be enough. Ultra kill out for the Dragon Knight. EE is it's a very good game for him, let's say. Nonetheless, 15-0-11 in terms of net worth. He actually falls behind the Sven, so a little bit report worthy for that, but it's all right.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. The real winners of this game were the two supports on Hunter's Club who did manage to hit level 6 before the game ended. So well played to them. Not an easy task, but they were successful at that at least.
All right, shout out to supports hitting level 6 here at 20-minute stomp game. So, you know, at least finding something once again. So Team Secret, they are going to be able to secure another victory, moving themselves one step closer in these open qualifiers. So they're going to move on to the next round. Let's go ahead and see who else is playing here. We've got a bunch of good matches going on. We were following Polarity earlier. I don't know if that match is still going, but there are still a bunch to be looking at. Let's look at Oh Well, unless there's anything else fancy going down. Yeah, there's currently no delay on stream, so